When I wake up, no makeup, half naked, I feel like I'm the shit. Pardon my language, but hang-ups do not define the kid. No, I'm not flawless, I'm scarred up and I'm fine with it. My body are the laundry list of all of life's unkindnesses, but I still sip tea and chant om and live free, cause hardships and heartbreaks turn to rap epiphanies. And mom told me stay woke, cause all gold ain't glistening. Choose your words wisely, cause the all-knowing's listening. But no worries, I'm Gucci, my thighs up, little juicy, my dialogue, little awkward, my idols still move me. My life is a movie, like Raheem and Mookie. I'm just trying to do the right thing, hope that it improves me. My bamboo's accustomed to me, you'll be soon accustomed to me. This tomorrow, I got royal hemoglobin coursing through me, and my strength is now inhuman. I get that straight from my Omi, signed in silver mouth, the grill of yours and truly.
You better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are.
I ain't get here overnight. I was in that mirror like 4 or 5 times a week on my mile of beats, reciting affirmations like holy rites, and I still don't know everything. But I guess confessions from 8x11s and studio sessions seem like it's only right. And trust me, this my therapy, fuck your couch. Finna murk all these Murphy types, funny styling me. Shut your mouth, touch me, I'm slaughtering crews, squads, goons, teams. The queen is coming to rule your region, coming for all of your asses plus your house. I ain't always have it in me, no tolerance for pretending. I was 14 years old, forcing pills down my throat, so my baby fat diminished. Still got these scars from cutting my wrist when I thought that life was finished. Now they remind me what my lows look like, now I know the sky's the limit. Okay, never claim to be perfect, that's an impossible dream. I'm just saying that I'm worth it, that's the responsible thing. Spent half my life trying to find my life from outside sources, why the only voice that mattered came from me.
You better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are.
When rock go in, she too aggressive, that's too masculine. And her content a little too obsessive, just relax a bit. She say she got that's narcissistic, just the facts of it. Now I don't really F with female rappers, that's just sacrilege. Glad I learned early not to internalize every income. Daddy told me with every opinion there comes a sphincter, and they would rather she them thoughts than popularize a thinker. Why them lying archetypes is chasing cat, I'm trying to sphinx her. Rap barrel, skin caramello, apparel mainly vintage. Memory composer, warrior, so every verse became a vintage. Went through too much hair to not be fine, but they still feigning ignorance. So now I came to click my just do it remaining interest. Baby, I'm a star without the flash frame of Fenty. Came out the doctored up the entire game upon my entry. Kept it 100, messed around and gained another century in this. Now I'm aiming to pop off to my mental chambers empty. I'm unbothered, your standards is irrelevant. I might F around and rock a body, all this for the hell of it. They've been trying to martyr me for ages cause my melanin. So now I'm soaking UV rays with sugar slathered on my adamant. My dude, I'm magic, my game is God is my mood. It's savage, that's game, it's kindness, my mood. And mountains, my range, astonishing, dangerous. Silence like rain and comets, they blazing. Trails through planets all hell, it's kind of amazing. That's right, we'll call this self now. Discovered I was dope and indulged like I'm scale drugs. And you could call me arrogant and that's gonna help now. But if you trying to knock me down, your demolitions fell, bruh, fell, bruh, fell, bruh, fell.
You better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are.
Hey, 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 how y'all doing this evening? This is AMPspirationTTV, and I am your host, the Plum Queen. Well, I am as awesomely happy that my voice is coming back. I hope you guys can tell, you know what I'm saying, because I have been, you know, my vacationing and my dream tripping kind of got these vocals not in the way they supposed to, but I'm coming back strong. All right, tonight's topic. This is Wednesday. Wednesday is the middle of the week, and this is also the second episode of season 4. Okay, season 4 is the elevated season. If y'all don't know anything much about numbers, I always talk about numbers. 4 is the number of foundation and structure. Yes, so I have been going through a lot of changes, awesome changes, and enlightenment and growth. So I think it is suit fitting for this to be season 4. Shout out to my auntie in the building. How you doing, auntie? All right. Today's topic is called Familyship. Now, I'm actually going to touch on this subject in different areas because I grew up very eclectic. So I have a different sense of, at least a different perspective, not a different sense, a different perspective on what family is. I actually have several perspectives on family. So I'm going to touch on a few of them. Now, this was sparked by one of my Lighthouse family members. We just had our family reunion over the last weekend, and this king had said that he noticed that a lot of I guess you'd say our blood relatives, wasn't too supportive of, what we were doing for the family reunion. We posted pictures, videos, and things of that nature. And he felt that I'm going to sue at least his family and some of our other family members. They weren't too, like I said, supportive, of our family reunion. Because, it's almost like this is our spiritual group. From some people's perspective, this is like a religion to them. So, again, not everybody agrees, with, the way we do things and I guess what you would say our life path. And so that sparked me to talk about this because what I want to tell him is that I don't want him to feel a type of way about that. What I've learned in my life is that the people who are around you, family is honestly, it just really means familiar. People that you are familiar with, your relatives, they're familiar to you. They're the first people that you come into this world, that you meet, that that you're around, and the energy, that you have when you're first here. But as we grow and as we go on our life paths, we are all individuals. And our life paths does not necessarily may coincide with what our relatives or our, our family dynamics, is. And I've had a lot of issues with that growing up in my life. So I have come, to peace, with that. I actually have several of my relatives, on the feed right now. And, just like any other family, you have issues, you have disagreements, you have different perspectives and things of that nature, but you still love them, they still love you. But what it all boils down to is respect. Respecting everyone's choice to live the life that they want to live, regardless of how you may feel about it. Whether you think it's right, whether you think it's wrong, whether you're indifferent about it, just loving that person enough to allow them to live their life. That even goes for when you see your family members, doing things that you don't necessarily think is good. Even if you see, sometimes you can watch your family members ruin their lives. You can see that. But at the end of the day, as individuals, we have to choose our own life path. Now, we all have to deal with the results and the consequences of our choices. There's no, there's no getting away from that. But I think we would have more, families, as far as relatives go, would be more supportive if we all respected, each other's ways of life. Now, I know that's easier said than done. And, and I, as well as I'm sure as millions of other people, still have to work on that. But I think that is the biggest thing because I always talk about, unity. Now, I normally say that about our community as a whole, but honestly, that starts with your household. If you're not unified in your home, or with your peoples, how are you truly going to do that with other folks? Now, I always try to put myself, in situations and around people who have what the name of the topic is this family ship, concept. Now, I got the word family ship from my Punta Cana trip. Because yes, I was on vacay, but that was absolutely, how can I put this? It was a next step, in, my entrepreneurial endeavors, I should say. And, my group, and, I've talked to you guys about dream trips. I've been throwing some nuggets out there. If you absolutely need, want to know about that, I'm the person to see. But it was, my group as well as another group coming together, just having fun and, just merging and interacting with each other as well as networking. And they called it the Familyship. And I can contest that that's exactly how that felt. Most of the people there I have never met. They do not know me, some from Tom, Dick, and Harry. But you would have thought that I've known them for years. You would have thought that I was one of their little cousins, or, I've been a part of this, this group, for years. That's the way that they embrace me. And y'all don't understand just how awesome, that felt. Now, coming from someone, like I said, I had a very eclectic upbringing. So I started off one way, my mom decided to change her spirituality. So that kind of put, a rift with my relatives, which we are still working on, but I had to learn at a young age, saying that family, comes from different sources because, her husband had other children. So then I had brothers and sisters, and aunts and uncles and things of that nature that, I didn't grow up with, but they were my family. They are my family. So I had to learn how to deal with that dynamics, dealing with family members, who aren't blood related to you, dealing with the fact that some of my blood relatives felt some way about that. I had to come to terms with that. There was even a time in my life where even me and my mom wasn't seeing eye to eye. And, there was a time where I felt like the only family that I had, were my immediate friends. So, like I said, I have different perspectives of how this go. So the way I live my life now, I love everyone. Like with my blood relatives, I love them. Doesn't matter how much we disagree, and doesn't matter if they ever accept who I am or not. We have blood ties. We got the same DNA flowing through our veins. There's a lot of things that I am like them and vice versa. There's no changing that. So where that's concerned, as long as, they respect me and I respect them, the door is always open, so for a relationship. That's how I feel about that. With, my friends, like what with my Empire Global and now, my Rhino family, when it comes down to business, these are the people that I'm going to be making money with. These people are the ones that's going to help me, get where I need to, next step to where I need to go. And having that family, dynamics is what's going to make make that success that much more better, that much more smoother. That's how, with that harmony, that's what really that family is all about. And you don't have to be harmonious with someone specifically because y'all are blood related. Because like I said, a lot of my family are people who just met me. Even with the Lighthouse. My friend, when I had brought my best friend, I've known her for over 20 years. She came with me to the family reunion, and she was honestly, if y'all didn't know, she's trying to ask me some of y'all personal business because the way she perceived it, I've known y'all for years. She didn't know that I was just meeting some of you all for the first time. That's that family energy. I deal with energy. When if I need something, if I need somebody to be there for me, and they are there, that's my family. That's how I see things, and that has been working for me. And to be quite honest, I wish that a lot of us would adopt, that attitude. because we are family, whether you believe that or not. We come from the same culture. We come from the same source. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got differences and all that, but we come from the same tribe. That makes us family. And if we have that attitude, we will honestly get so much further in life. This is why, you know, a lot of our lighthouse, matter of fact, all of our lighthouse events are successful because we stick together. You know, when you think about your family, you know, those are the people, you know what I'm saying, you love regardless of what. Those are the people that, you know, you're going to give your last to. Those are the people that you're going to support no matter what. So when you have that mindset with anything that you do, you can't fail at all. And I implore, you know what I'm saying, all of you, you know what I'm saying, to adopt that in your life. Your neighbors, the people that you live around, your next door neighbor, you know what I mean? Not to say that, you know, they're your responsibility, but y'all live in the same place. Like, I'll give you an example. My next door neighbor, you know, he a little off. I don't know what's wrong with him exactly, but it's definitely a mental thing, you know. But even though he's not my family member, and granted I don't talk to him too much, but he's still my neighbor. So if I can do something for him, you know, because I know that he's not all the way up here, then I will. You know, he's also, you know what I'm saying, you got to be careful about how you treat people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sits in front of, you know, not so much my door, but on the patio, you know, part of the outside of my apartment. Sits there, chills, smokes his cigarettes, don't bother nobody. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm skeptical. When you first moved here, I live by myself. I'm a woman, one arm, so, you know, I'm very aware of my surroundings and things of that nature. But he's cool. You know, he's cool as hell. And as a matter of fact, you know, he almost like my bodyguard. Because he out there all the time, he sees everything. So anybody try to come to my house and try to do something, he gonna be the first one to tell it. If somebody tries to, you know, probably tries to hurt me or something like that, he'll be the first responder. So I think about these things. So this is why, you know, I give that love and, you know what I'm saying, that familyship type, you know what I'm saying, type energy to everybody that's around me. Because that in turn, you know, saying, well, you will give me this, I will get the same energy back. So I don't fear anything. No matter where I go, no matter what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I have that rapport, you know what I'm saying, with the people around me. And that's because I have that, when I look at you, anybody that knows me, if I'm around you on a regular basis, you know what I'm saying, I adopt you my new family member. That's how I see that. And the energy you put out is the energy that you get back. So we need to start having this unity, this family orientated attitude amongst each other. We need to start putting ourselves in positions where we can do that. Like joining a group like Empire Global or Rhino, or joining the Lighthouse. And even for other things, you know, for religious people, you have your church family. Isn't that what you call them? Because you see these people every Sunday. You guys are fellowshipping, and you know what I'm saying, and I would hope growing in your spirituality together. Y'all see each other every week. More than once. That, you know what I'm saying, that they become your family. It would be nice at your job that you can have that type of attitude. You see these people Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So it would be ideal for your team at your job. You know what I'm saying? To be family-like to you. I think, you know, your job would be less stressful. I think it would be more enjoyable to go there. You would want to do your job or go there and do that. If you had that type, you know what I'm saying, of dynamics or that type of environment. But that starts with individuals. We as individuals have to have that mindset and then bring it together collectively. It all starts in your mind. So we have to think more family. That this is how, you know what I mean, this is how we started. Honestly, when we had the least of anything, we stuck together. We had that family. That's how our communities used to be. Like, I remember when I grew up in the projects, you know, I can't even remember not once. And I was there from birth until 9. I don't remember not one time my mother taking me outside. I'm sure she did, especially when I was really, really little. But I cannot remember in my mind my mom sitting outside in the park in front of our building watching me play. Because she didn't have to. Because the projects, both building 1 and 2, were watching me. There's nothing that could have happened to me outside that someone wasn't going to notice. And they wasn't going to make sure that my peoples knew about that. Now, we talking about the projects here. That's supposed to be a dangerous place, drugs, poverty, you know what I'm saying, guns, violence, and all of that. And all of those things were there. All of those things were there. But I was safe. I never, not once, felt unsafe living in the projects. Because we were family. To this day, I moved out of Basic Projects when I was 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I could count on my hand how many times I've been back since then. But when I go back, everybody still know me. Of course, except for the new people that, you know, came in through the years. But all of your OGs from Basic Projects, they still know me. They know my mama, my aunties, my grandfather, my grandmother. They still know my family. I think I'm friends with pretty much all of y'all, you know, some from Basic Projects. You know what I'm saying? Those are still my family. Like, I spent the first 9 years of my life with these folks. These are the first people that I ever met. And no, we don't hang out. No, it's been years and all that. But, you know what I'm saying? That affection doesn't go anywhere. At least not where I'm concerned. That's how I operate. So I still have connect. It doesn't matter where I'm from or where I go. You know, that's the type, you know what I'm saying, of connections that I make. And everyone should have those type of connections. You're going to come across millions of people in your life. You know what I'm saying? And there's plenty of people out there to break you down, to test you, to go against you, to try to compete with you. We have plenty of that going on. But we really need to focus, you know what I'm saying, on the true connections that we have with folks and hang on to them. CG Poe told it's always love in the projects if you from there, but you will get dealt with running off in someone else's projects. But of course, that's how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that, you know, I totally agree with that. I think that's something that we definitely need to change. Because like I said earlier, we are all family. But at the same time, that's a very good point. If you are from there, y'all family. It's just the outsiders that have a problem. You know what I'm saying? And even though I haven't, you know, been there in years, you know what I'm saying, by no means do I feel like I have to fear my life if I ever go back to Basic Projects. Because like I said, I got family ties in that place. Now, I'm not about to go to just any projects in Brooklyn. I'm definitely from New York, but I ain't from Brooklyn. So I ain't got no business doing certain, you know what I'm saying, in certain places in Brooklyn. It's just what it is. I ain't family. You see what I'm saying? We so damn territorial. Yes, we are. But you know, CG Potolo, we're territorial because, you know, we're trying to fight for, you know what I'm saying, for something. See, everybody else, you know, has something. They have their place. They, you know, have their history. They know where they come from. You know, they can touch what's theirs. We don't. So wherever it is that we lie or whatever it is we have, we strong arm it. And I understand that. But we need to loosen that grip up just a little bit. Because when you have a closed fist, can't nothing come in, can't nothing come out. So you have to leave room. If you want to receive, you have to also be in the position to give. Goes both ways. So we have to chill on that when it comes down to us as a people. Just like the example that he gave about the projects. Yeah, if you were from those projects, you good. It's just a problem if you go somewhere else. And I feel like that's how we should be. You know what I mean? We should have our tech, because every other nationality has it. You can't walk into Chinatown just willy-nilly and just do what you want to do. That's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? You can't go into, you know what I'm saying, go into Hispanic areas by yourself and just do what you want to do. What you here for? What you doing? What you want? You know what I'm saying? So we need to have that same mentality about ourselves, period. Period. Now I see Nasu came in, you know what I mean, who sparked this conversation. So let me re-say what I had said earlier. You know, don't trip that, you know, that your family members, you know, may not support, you know, or have liked or hearted, you know, the photos that we took and the videos that we did, because most of them are kind of upset. They wish, you know, that, you know, they had that unity. They're upset about that energy. And like I said to you before, you know, not everybody is supposed to come with you on your journey. This is another part of, you know, dealing with family ships and things of that nature. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we are individuals and we have our own life paths. So you can't be weary about those who are not on the same frequency as you or don't have the same vision. Because like with, you know, with my Dream Trips family, you know, definitely want to put, you know, everybody on, definitely want everyone to make a living. But at the same time, when you're talking about building yourself a team, you want the right team members. And being a blood relative doesn't qualify you as, you know what I'm saying, a good team member. You have to be on the same, y'all have to have the same vision. You have to have the same foundation in order, you know what I'm saying, for you to succeed. That goes with any type of family. Same like with in your romantic relationships. You know, the mother and the father, the king and the queen, they got to be on point. Or the kingdom's not going to work. Just like with your children. Y'all have to be on one accord or your kids going to play both sides. Y'all have to, you know what I'm saying, even when you're teaching them values in life. You know, that's why it's not to say that it can't be done. I can't say that. But I wouldn't advise, you know, for two people who are walking different spiritual paths, you know what I'm saying, to make babies. Because which path are you going to teach your child? You know, they say being, you know, religious people call it being unequally yoked. You know, somebody that's saved married to someone who isn't. Because someone is saved, they're supposed to be walking a certain path. But your significant other doesn't do that. That causes a conflict. Because as a married couple, you're supposed to support each other in everything that you do. But if you are supposed to be following, you know what I'm saying, the will of God, that is supposed to supersede. So that poses a whole problem in your foundation. So this is why you have to be on one accord. So Nasu, if your family members or the people around you are not rocking, you know what I'm saying, on that 9 energy, they not rocking with the lighthouse, then let them be. That's kind of their loss. If they don't respect you enough to let you be you, then you might need to fall back. Again, not telling you not to love them, not telling you, you know, to get rid of, you know what I'm saying, to disown any of your family members, not saying none of that. But don't allow, you know, because what people think about you and how people feel about you is none of your business. That's something that they have to deal with. not you. You just keep being the light being that you are. You keep being happy because we were happy. That was a great event. There's no way that anybody, you know what I'm saying, with a good heart, you know what I'm saying, and a good mind would not have enjoyed or, you know what I'm saying, or loved that whole situation. Like I said, my best friend, there is nothing conscious about her. You know what I'm saying? Her family is from Nigeria. They're very strict Christians. You know, they serious about Jesus, for real. But she could not deny the positivity and the awesomeness of that reunion. So much so that she's in the group photo. I ain't even in the group photo. She's in the group photo. And stance and everything. She don't know nothing about that. But she could not help, you know what I'm saying, but join in and do what we doing. Because it felt right. So if that's not resonating, you know, with your peoples, they not right. They not ready. So you just keep being happy. You keep living your best enlightened life. And just keep walking the walk. They're either going to follow you, you know what I'm saying, or stand in the background and watch. And either way is Gucci for you. I can promise you that. That's a hard lesson to learn. It is much easier said than done. I can promise you it took me a long time to have this perspective. Because see, I was the type of person, you know, I felt like, you know what, because I took what you put out, the energy you put out is the energy you get back. I took that so literal. So I was expecting whatever I do for you or whatever I do in this situation, I'm supposed to get that back from either that person or from that situation. And that's not true. That is not true. It's just like at the doctor. Your doctors can't expect the patients to treat them. They need another doctor or another specialist to treat them. So it's the same thing. I can't expect, you know, I never expect, you know what I'm saying, back from a specific situation or person if I give. Now I know the energy that I put out, I'm going to give back, but it's not necessarily going to come back from them. So that eliminates my disappointment. That was my biggest thing, you know, thinking that, you know, common sense is common, you know, thinking that, well, you should know better about this. I mean, this is a no-brainer. You know, if I treat you this way, you're supposed to treat me that way. Yeah, that's how it should be, but that's not how it is. So you got to let folks be who they are, even in their ignorance. People have a right to be ignorant. They have a right, you know what I'm saying, to do whatever it is that they do, no matter how you feel about it. Everyone has a right to do what they feel. If you want people to respect, you know what I'm saying, what you do, you got to respect what they do. That's how you flip the script on them. Because they're being judgmental. You know what I'm saying, which a lot of religions allow. Because my specific way is right. So since I'm right, everybody's wrong. And since everybody's wrong, I get to tell you about it. I get to check you because you're wrong. That's not how that really supposed to be. Because it says right in the Bible, only God can judge me. But we're human, and that's and that's the reality of the situation. So you just keep being you, and you keep living your best happy life. You know what I'm saying? I hope I see you at the Health Summit so we can take some more pictures and some more videos for them not to like and for them not to post. Because I promise you, we gonna like it, we gonna heart it. You know what I'm saying? And you and the people who support you are going to support you. That's family. That's what family does. So I guess you can, if you're going to break it up, you got relatives and you got family. Your relatives can be your family. They absolutely can. what I'm saying? But you're not just subjected to just them. Because my mother only had one child. She only gave birth to me. But she has several daughters and several sons. Several. A lot. That she didn't give birth to. Because those are the type of relationships that I have. People that I went to high school with. People that, you know what I'm saying, that grew up in the, you know what I'm saying, in the places that I grew up in. My brothers, my sisters. You know, I have several of the relationships like that where I won't talk to them for years, months. But as soon as we connect, it's like none of that time was there. We pick up right off, you know what I'm saying, where we left off. That's family. Because we have different lives. You get older, you have your life. You know, some people have families. You know, once you have a family, once you get a wife or a husband and children, you know, they're your main focus. And not to say that you're not supposed to be there for your aunties and your uncles and your cousins and all that, you know, but, you know, your main focus is on your family, though. That's your responsibility. So that's how it's supposed to go. So now, I seen CG Folk Solo was dropping some more jewels. So let me get into the feed and see what your folks is saying. Okay. Even if you could help actual blood relatives, say 9 of them in the Lighthouse reunion, say sponsor them, the other blood relatives will still judge you if they are not one of the 9 you choose to sponsor. I mean, that is what it is. Again, you can't control other people. Again, everybody has a right to be who they are. All you control is you. So you keep doing you. And, you know, the family members that do, you know what I'm saying, support you, love up on them, appreciate them, you know what I'm saying, and hopefully the rest of them will come around. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. You know, I would really love, you know, for my blood relatives and I to have a close relationship. You know, because sometimes it truly sucks that I can inspire thousands, you know what I'm saying, of strangers. People that I've met once, people that I haven't met. And I can inspire you in something that I say can do something to benefit your life. That means a lot to me. But it also saddens me that I can't do that, you know, sometimes for the people that are right in my circle. I don't know if they know that, but that's the truth. I've made peace with it. I can't dwell, you know, on that. I can't, you know, be depressed about it. What I can do is have a platform like AMPspirationTTV where I can get my thoughts and I can get my feelings out, and they have access to it. So now they can hear me. They can see me. They can, you know, they can get my point of view, you know what I'm saying, without me actually talking to them directly. And hopefully this will be a better understanding. Because sometimes when you're trying to explain yourself, you know what I'm saying, to your peoples, because y'all see things differently, you know, sometimes it doesn't work. You know, you get to arguing, you start throwing this and this about this person, and you did this and you did that. Well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that, and yada, yada, yada. So you guys don't really get a chance to truly say how you feel. And, you know, because you're hurt. Or you feel, you know what I'm saying, or you in your feelings. So this is a way where I can express how I feel about all types of different things. You know, I definitely mention my family a lot when I'm making certain points. And I hope that they take that in stride and understand, you know what I'm saying, understand where I'm coming from. And hopefully we can find a compromise. Because I'm going to live my life and I'm going to be me. I'm not about to change that for nobody. And I don't expect them to do that either. And maybe that's something else that maybe that they don't know. I don't want you to change for me. I want you to just live your best life, whatever that may be. I want the, you know what I'm saying, even, you know what I'm saying, at my most negative feeling about you, I still want you to succeed in my family. I'm just tight at that particular situation, and I wish that you wouldn't do that. But not by no means do I want anything bad for you. I want you to succeed. Like, again, that's a reflection of me in a form of a fashion, because we're related. We need to start, at least that's how I see that. You know, I carry their same last name. So my last name is Houston. So anything any Houston does, and you know what I'm saying, in certain lights, you know what I'm saying, is a reflection of me. Because when you say, oh, she's a Houston. So by no means do I want everybody in my family to succeed. Like, the things that I have planned, you know what I'm saying, for my life, I would love for them to be a part of it. Like, I'm gonna build a conglomerate. That's always been my dream. I have so many ideas to do so many things, and I'm going to manifest as much as I possibly can out of this brain of mine. But I can't do that by myself. I would love, you know what I'm saying, for my family, you know, for my businesses to be family businesses. I always talk about that with, you know, with you 9-to-5ers and how you work for somebody and you can't leave that for your family. That's why I'm real big on entrepreneurship. I want to put myself in a position where I can help my peoples, where I can give my, you know, my cousins, my aunts a job, a career, not even a job. Something that they can leave their kids, that, you know, so the Houstons, you know what I'm saying, could continue on as long as this earth is here. That's what I truly want. And hopefully that'll happen. But whether it does or not, that's not going to stop me from making this conglomerate happen. No, that's going to happen regardless. I just hope that they come through for the ride. If not, I love you. It's cool. So, familyship. You need to just cherish the folks, you know what I'm saying, that are on your frequency, that support you. Just be grateful and thank the universe for that. You can't worry or boggle your mind about other people. Trust me. It doesn't do you any good, and it's not going to make them do better. You know, what you got going on, you know, that's just on a negative tip. But here's the balance to that. That may not be for them. If it's not for them, that's why they ain't there. And that's not a bad thing. Because like I said, you don't need everybody, you know what I'm saying, to be rocking with you all the time. Not everybody energy is right. Just because they related to you don't mean that their energy is on point. That's just what it is. Let's see what else we got. We're supposed to be past caring whether they live on you the same. It was a post for them to think about. The family jumped in and responded with the attitude I have. You know, I understand that, Deshaun. And like I said, you gotta let people, you know what? Jealousy and envy will get you nowhere. Like I said, if anybody had any hate or any negative feeling about the family reunion, that is a reflection on them. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people don't like to see you happy when you're doing something that they don't agree with. Especially when it comes down to spirituality. Because again, like I said, everybody feels that their path is the right one. So if theirs right, that means everybody else is wrong. And if everybody else is wrong, you know, God or whomever you're not supposed to be blessed because you're not living the right way. So then when they see you, they keep telling you what you're not supposed to do and da-da-da-da-da, but they see you being happy, doing exactly what they feel you're not supposed to be doing, it makes them feel some type of way. That's human nature. Don't matter what color you are, no matter what your, you know, where your life is. That's just how people are. And when you're walking a different path, I'm not even just going to say a conscious path, when you're walking a different path than where you started or what everybody else around is doing, you know what I'm saying, you're going to walk that road sometimes by yourself. Trust me. I know. I've had to live a lot of life and do a lot of things by myself because of the way I think and my perspective on things. I didn't lose a lot of people. I have people who have transitioned through my life because of the same. I used to take those things hard. But now I truly understand. Doesn't matter how attached I get to anybody. If you ain't supposed to stay, you're not going to stay. That's just what it is. If you and I are not on the same frequency, we're not going to cross paths. If you ever watched the documentary The Secret, they have a little passage about that. I believe it was Christina Hicks or something like that. Something that lady name is. If y'all watch The Secret, you know who I'm talking about. But she was talking about, how, being on frequency, and if you're not, those negative things is going to pass you. And she used a relationship as an example. If you and your mate are not on the same frequency, now y'all together, y'all live together, y'all sharing a home, so you're going to cross paths because y'all live in the same place. But if you want a whole nother wave, and he ain't rocking with that, or his frequency ain't matching, y'all gonna keep crossing paths. Y'all gonna just keep missing each other. You're gonna come home early. He's gonna get home while you're asleep. When he gets home, you're gonna be out with the girls or grocery shopping. If he tries to come in early, you're gonna be out with the kids. You're gonna always keep missing each other because you're not vibing together. And and when your frequency is high, that low frequency can't penetrate that. And we look at it as, oh, people are being funny, or they're not supporting me, or they want to be around me no more and all that, and we feel some type of way. But you don't understand, the universe is just doing what it do, and you need to let it. That's something else that I had to learn. Like when I first moved into this place, I just knew, okay, I got my own spot, finally, my own apartment. So everybody that I know, I'm going to have parties. I'm going to have all types of get-togethers. And everybody that I ever met, in Macon, Georgia, is going to be at my house every weekend. And we just going to be having a blast. That was what I had in my mind when I got this place. Not just was going to be a party house, but, I get to do what I want to do. And I got my own space, where I can entertain. And I've invited several people that, when I first moved out here, we were real cool for a long time. We saw each other every day, and, life kind of drifted and we haven't seen each other in a while. But friends with them on Facebook, they may live in the neighborhood or close by. And they're always like, yeah, come on over, just let me know. We can hang out and do whatever. Never show up. I don't care how many times I invite them. I don't care how many events I have. They won't show up. And at first, I felt some way about that. Like, well, damn. We were cool when I was living with my mama. And I was just staying in a room. Now I got a whole apartment. And y'all want to come through? That was my first initial thought. But then I continued to think about it. And then I started to think about exactly who these people are and what I know about them. Because again, like I said, if me and you are cool, it don't matter what you do, what your lifestyle is. If you and me are cool, you my play cousin. That's how I am. So then I had to really think, back like, okay, the type of person that these people are. And to be quite honest, some of them are not the type of folks that I would really want in my personal space. Like, I low-key got this natural sage shit going on with myself. I don't even got to sage my house. Folks just don't show up. I don't care how much I invite them. They just won't come. So instead of me feeling some type of way about that, I am ecstatic. I am ecstatic that only the right folks, only the right energy even has the mind to come to my place. That is dope. I can't even front. And by no means will I ever feel no type of way. I'm going to invite you once. If I see a pattern of you not showing up, I know that's the universe telling me something, and you will not get an invite again. Because I don't want to manifest this. See, the universe understands, what I'm about and what I truly want. I want peace. This is my peace here. You know what I'm saying? My personal space. So it needs to be on frequency at all times. I can't control what's outside in the world, but I control what goes on in here. And I truly want the right energy in my house. So, do I to this natural sage that I got going on. I sure do appreciate it. I don't know where it came from, but please stay. So, Familyship. Whomever is in your circle, whoever supports you, whoever loves you, whoever shows these, shows these things to you, that's your family. Your relatives, they are your family too. Like, there are a lot of people who have real strong family ties. So I don't want to make it seem like, what y'all got going on ain't the right way. Because to be quite honest, that's ideal. That's the way it should be. But a lot of times it's not. So whichever dynamics it is, you still need to be happy. You still need to be, your life still needs to be in balance. Regardless of, where you're getting your family dynamics from. I am living proof of it. I got family all over the world. And the longer I walk this life path, the bigger my family gets. That has been my experience, especially in the last 3 years. And anything I can do, guys, you can do. I tell you that all the time. I am no different than anybody. If there was to be a slight difference, it's simply will. That's it. I have the will to overcome things. I have a will to see things in a different light. You know what I'm saying? I have it in my mind. I know that things are different. I know there are different perspectives, so I'm open to that. I look at everything and I pick from all things. I embrace all. And I use what I need to use and get rid of what I don't. It's almost like getting I forgot how the saying goes, but you sift through all the garnish and get to the meat and potatoes. I just made that up, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? You gotta sift through all the BS to get to the point. And that's what I do. That's what makes, life a lot smoother. It helps me. It helps the whole disappointment thing. A lot of times, because this is a lot of times where you get depressed, where depression comes from. Because you're always disappointed. Someone's always never coming for you. You know what I'm saying? You're always there for everybody, but no one is there for you. A lot of people go through that and, have that situation. So you have to change your mind. Don't change who you are. Just change your perspective. Something else I had to battle. I had this issue with, staying who I am, but still protecting myself and my feelings and my emotions, because I'm an extremely emotional person. So I used to battle with, still being, still giving everybody the benefit of the doubt, still being the giver from the start, and all of that, being humble and all of these things, without people stepping over me or thinking that I can be tried. I felt like I had to do a 180 and just be eviline and be nasty and rude, just like, I felt like I was getting. So I felt like that's how I needed to be in order to get respect. And it was a conflict. It's not who I am. So moments like that will put me, what you would say, in a state of depression. Crying excessively, just overly emotional, and just, because I'm trying to be me in this world. But you keep being you. You keep being you. What you just need to do is be more selective of who you give your awesomeness to. That's it. You can still give everybody, you know what I'm saying, the benefit of the doubt. I can still see everybody as family from the dip, but I always have in the back of my mind, though, if I do know you, then I know what you're capable of, so I'm going to expect you to be who you are. And if I don't know you, I know that I don't know you, so I'm expecting anything. I'll let you, you know what I'm saying, I'll let you tell me, I'll let you show me who you are, and then I'll act accordingly. If I gotta fall back, or if I can commence on. But I always have that in mind. I'm always thinking about that, but it's in balance. So this is how I get to protect myself and still be me. This is how I can still help people. I can still get on this feed, you know what I'm saying, and say what I need to say to y'all to help you all, to help us. Because helping you helps me. Because again, we family. So if we unify together, that's going to benefit me. If we unify, that's going to benefit you. And this is where the familyship concept is important. So let's see what else. I've seen a lot of blues popping up. Okay, CG Tolo got another monologue that I didn't get to, so let's see. Love is both a noun, thing, and a verb action, so love can be still and love moves as well. At that point, it becomes a choice on how much you decide to utilize love. If you don't move with it, then love can only exist in a stagnant form, no matter blood love or any other kind. I co-sign that 1,000%. He is absolutely right. And you know what? Kind of reminds me of something that Seven the Alchemist said. He had a video talking about unconditional love. That's something, and I did a video about that a while ago, and it kind of coincides with the whole family thing. Because, you know, when we think about unconditional love, having love without conditions is a problem. Because unconditional means just that. No matter what you do, I'll say it again, no matter what you do, I'm still supposed to love you. I'm still supposed to tolerate you. And that is a no-no. You can love me, but you have to love me right. And that goes for anybody. Any type of relationship. There are conditions. You cannot do certain things and tell me that you love me. You can't do, you know what I'm saying, you can't act certain ways and do certain things and say that we family. There's a right and a wrong way to do things. Just like, you know what I'm saying, just like in your relationships. You know, most abusive relationships, the two people love each other. You know? But what type of love is that, though? What is that love based on? See, if you have somebody who's possessive, you know, who, you know, needs somebody that they can control, and that's how they, you know, that's how they think love is, that's a problem. Then on the flip side of that, you have people who think that abuse, if a man is not barking on you and screaming at you and being mad aggressive with you, you know what I'm saying, that he don't love you. If he ain't acting a damn fool, he don't love you. I know some people who feel like that's passion. When you arguing and fighting and doing all that rah, 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 and then you have the best make-up sex in the world. There are a lot of people out there, men and women, who think that that is healthy. And it's not. They love each other, though. If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. So this is why love has to have conditions. Goes with everybody. Like where I'm concerned, yes, my love has conditions. I like when it comes to my family, I love them. I love them to life. But there are conditions. You have the only condition there is you have to respect me. That's it. And that goes for everybody. That's not just my blood relatives. That's everybody on earth. Everybody. You don't gotta like me. You don't have to support me. None of that. You can talk cash shit at your house, where you at. But in my presence, you will respect me. Because I give it. This is not just me trying to be gangster, talking about, oh, you better. Nah. Because the energy that you put out is the energy you get back. So I give respect, so I demand it. That simple. That is the only condition where I'm concerned when it comes down to love. Because like I said, I look at family differently than most people. I look at relationships differently than people. You know what I mean? So, because I've been exposed to a lot. So, I'm all about living my life in balance. So, whatever that is, whatever you got to do to achieve that, then that's what you need to do. So, anybody, family or otherwise, it all boils down to respect. This is how you can have family ships in every situation. Doesn't matter. Perfect example of this are men. Man, men will ride and die. Y'all got this whole bro code situation going on. Y'all will take hood niggas will take raps for they homeboys, go to whole jail, do whole time for they homeboy. Because it's called loyalty. You cheat on your girl 1,000,000 times over, but you'll go to jail for your homeboy. Why? Because you respect him and you see him as family. Now, especially when you're in the gang members in situations like that, y'all family, so you not about to let your brother, you know what I'm saying, you gonna take the rap for your brother. Because y'all family. I do it all the time. Again, y'all have whole wives who take care of you, love you, give you the best sex ever, have kids by you, take care, great care of them, all that. All that. Your homeboys will know that your wife is a good woman, know all of that. And they'll feel bad every time you talk to them about all the shit that you do. They not about to go tell her though. You just gonna sit there, you gonna shake your head when you see her. Hey, how you doing? Sheila or whatever. Kiki, how you doing? Knowing good and well, he was with Susie, Shaniqua, and all these other chicks last night with y'all. And you feel, and they generally feel bad. But you not about to snitch. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna break the bro code. You're not gonna do that. That's the type of attitude that we need to have about everybody. You're not gonna snitch her. Like, it's crazy. But that's the type, that's that family shit. That's that concept. Women, we definitely need to adopt that. That's one thing that dudes absolutely have one up on us. They will stick together. They take that bros before a whole situation so serious. So serious. And we need to adopt that. We need to have the girl code, the queen code, whatever it is you want to call it. The goddess code. We need to stick together too. And then when we stick together, we need to come together, you know what I'm saying, as a people and stick together that way. I promise you, there'll be a whole lot of more checks and balances with one another. There'll be a whole lot less fighting. There'll be a whole lot more respect. All the way around. If we adopted that concept. To be quite honest, dudes would have to act right if us women stuck together. Because it wouldn't be a whole bunch of us for them to go through if we were all on the same accord. Cheating probably wouldn't be on all-time high if we stuck together. What y'all think? Carlton DeWar, you're so wonderful. God really loves you so much. Okay. Yeah. I do love myself a lot. And all the universe, they love me too. I surely do. I appreciate you giving me your time and energy, sir. You're singing my theme song. I used to be really hurt by it. However, I learned to love faster. Yeah, you got to. You got to, Sister Nexus. You got to. You have to. Because it's not really worth your time and energy. It's not even worth the emotions. You just gotta let folks do what they do and just keep being who you are and embrace those who come to you. You know, like Nexus, you know, you my sister. You know, I appreciate you so much and everything that you got that you doing, you know what I'm saying, for us here at Lighthouse Atlanta. So you my sister. And I'm going to make sure that I show you that every chance that I get. You know what I'm saying? So the universe will put the right people in your life when they need to. Because again, these families are made up of individuals. So as individuals, we got to be right so we can make the whole right. Familyship. See what else we got in the feed before I let you guys go on about y'all's night. Where's you, Tashi? Well, I hope that conversation worked out. Maybe he could join in the feed and hopefully something I could say and get y'all on one accord. Because, yeah, this is definitely a big issue in our community. You know, unity. And that was going to be my original topic for tonight, was going to be melanin unity. I saw another video that I posted this morning. Not sure what the situation was about, but it seemed to be about 1,000 black men. They looked like they were a part of a fraternity, and they was chanting and saying something, and it was just 3 lines all coming down, all wrapped around a building. It had to have been about 1,000 brothers out there, all together, dressed in the same attire, you know what I'm saying, for some type of cause. And I was saying, like, this is the melanin unity that we need. This is how we can get stuff done. If we stick together. If we all seen each other as family and treated each other as such. No matter what situation you put yourself in. When you're at your job, when you're working on your career, you know what I'm saying, when you're at home with your family, when you're friends, when you go on dream trips, to have that mentality, you don't understand how much you can receive from that. Let's see what else we got up in here. Yes, I just told my family I have to let go. I love them, but I cannot waste my energy on misery. No, you cannot, Tashi. No, you can't. Because misery absolutely loves company. And, you know, you can't allow them to bring you there. You got to stay high. So, you know, they have a chance, you know what I'm saying, to climb up where you at. But if you down there with them, that's not going to help. So you got to make sure that you straight so you can pull them up. And sometimes that means leaving them be and keeping focus on your task and your life, you know what I'm saying, your life path. That keeps you in a position, you know what I'm saying, to always, you know, help them if they ever come around. I feel that way about myself. You know, I really hope, you know, that all of my relatives, you know, come around and, you know, get to talking to me and, you know, getting to learning who I am so, you know, we can, you know, start bonding. That would be great. But if that's not the case, I can't let that deter me from being who I am. So I got to keep doing what I'm doing, keep being me, and you know what I'm saying, and keep living my best life and being happy and being healthy and, you know, just elevating myself as much as I possibly can. You know what I'm saying? So, and making a situation, you know, so maybe in the future they will come around. But again, and the thing that's going to be on them. You know, my part's going to be done. I'm going to do everything in my due diligence to do my part. And if I can do that, then I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter what nobody else think about it, no matter how many anybody else feels. You know, I'm going to be at peace in my decisions on how I'm doing things. Skyliner, I block them, including family. I don't wish for negative energy around me, and I don't care to deal with it. I could dig it, and I'm so sorry that y'all, you know, are dealing with, you know, a lot of that, you know, at this present time. You know, like with my family, I've been on this, I guess you can, this path of consciousness since I was younger. So they've kind of gotten used to, you know, whether they like it or not, they are kind of used to me and my mom being this way. So, you know, for it or not, you know, they've adapted to it. They get it. You know, it's been about 25 years, you know, so yeah, there is no converting, you know, us back. We just got what we going on the path that we're going on. So I'm sorry. I am sorry that you guys are dealing with this. And if anybody needs to talk to me personally about it, you know, need some encouraging words, I'm definitely here for you. But at the end of the day, just keep being you. If this is resonating with your soul and it's making you feel good, then you're doing what's right. And what other people think about you is their problem, not yours. So you keep living your best life, because only you get to choose what that is. Just the same with them. Because sometimes what they don't understand is we feel the same way about their lifestyles as they feel about our lifestyles. Just like they think we're wrong, we got proof in a lot of ways that they're wrong. But at the end of the day, you got a right to be wrong. In your world, in your relative reality, you're right. That's that's honestly one of the first videos that I watched of Jamar's, you know, talking about relative reality and absolute reality. That lesson changed my life. That I've always allowed people to do what they do, but that solidified that concept in my mind. This is why I allow everyone to do what they do. Because in your relative reality, it's the truth. Like, I know we got the slogan, you know, Jesus is fake, bruh. But he also said in that video, you know, Jesus is real to you if he's real to you. That's your reality. That's what makes you sleep at night. That's what makes you get up in the morning. That's what makes you start your day and do what you do. By all means. Your life. It's just respecting that. Me and you don't have to have the same life path to respect each other. And we don't have to have the same life path to work with each other on absolute realities. See, absolute is something that we all deal with. It is true for everybody. Doesn't matter what their race, creed, sex, you know what I'm saying, or life path is. Like, we're all human beings. We all breathe in oxygen. We all breathe out carbon dioxide. That's an absolute truth. I don't care who you pray to. You breathe oxygen, okay? That's just how, that's how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Wind. You don't see it, but you feel it. So you know it's there. That's in everybody's world. So that's absolute. So us being in a black community, there are absolute truths, and there are situations that affect all of us, conscious or otherwise. And those are the things that we need to unite with and to take care of. This is why we need to learn to respect one another. But you got to start with you. That's another unfortunate fact of the world. You know, you can't do the eye for an eye thing all the time. Sometimes you have to be the one to initiate, you know what I'm saying, the change that you want to see. Even if you're reciprocating that to someone who you feel is not deserving. But if you want someone to respect you, then you have to respect them. If you want someone to hear you, then you're going to have to listen to them. It's kind of how that works. This is how you get harmony. This is how, we can have different people from different walks of life and can still coincide. I'll give you one last example and then I'm going to let y'all go. At the family reunion, there was a group of Tamahu that I wasn't there for the situation. I'm kind of mad. But I guess how it went is some white guy came through, saw what we was doing, and went back and told his leader to come and say something because obviously he was trying to judge, what we were doing and all of that stuff. And I think everybody yelled at him, "Jesus is fake, bro," and I thought that was hilarious. But when Jamar stepped in, there wasn't no argument, there wasn't no OD combativeness. He came and he talked to him. Now they came over here to disturb us. We weren't bothering nobody. We was minding our business. And they came over here disturbing us. And instead of, him going and biting their heads off, he went and had an intelligent conversation with them. Showed them up. And now may have, some more dialogue later where in turn, not to say that he's going to convert them, but he can now give them information that they probably didn't know about. Like somebody just said, he got that word, but it was a peaceful debate. That's what I'm saying. See, we don't have to fight to get our point across. See, now those group of Tamahu are going to feel a little bit different when they see or when they hear about the lighthouse. They're going to think differently when they think, comedic knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Whether they tell us or not, they're going to go and do that research. Oh, yeah. And that's because our leader didn't come at them and try to rip their heads off and F you and da-da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So we need to adapt that. We need to have these family ships by any means and with whomever and wherever you possibly can. Don't worry about your folks. You know what I'm saying? If they are not with you, it is all right. Because there's somebody, somebody going to feel you. You keep being you. Somebody going to feel it. It may be a small group of people. It may be a lot of people. But somebody's going to feel it. And whoever's feeling it are the people that you need to be with you. That's it. And I know sometimes it sounds hard, but I promise you it's actually really easy. Just let stuff go. Let people be who they are and just be happy with you. Be happy with the decisions that you're making and, the elevation that you are receiving. And always keep in mind, not everybody is going to be there. No, not everyone can come with you to those higher heights and those deeper depths. Not everybody's ready. Not everybody is supposed to be there. And I know that's what we want. We're attached, to everybody, but it's just not the case. And the sooner that you learn that and adopt that, the smoother life will be. The less disappointment that you'll have. And the more support you'll actually realize that you do have. Because you don't just want 1 million people following you. You want real people who truly care. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. And I'm sure the people in the Lighthouse can contest to that. Because we have a lot of followers, you know what I'm saying, in the Lighthouse. But I'm sure Jamar would prefer, out of all 18,000, if it was only 90 of us that is on point, that's really about this movement and really about this life, I'm sure he will be straight with all of that. Because them 90 are going to put boots to the ground and make shit happen. Instead of having 18,000, pounds of dead weight. You should feel the same way about your inner circle. It's so much better than have 1 or 2 or 3 friends than to have a whole entourage of people who give no shits and is just there to take from you or to see what they can get from you. Then you having 3 folks that you can hang out with all the time, and you know they're there for you. They know they're about your life, about this life, you know what I mean? And you know they're going to support you and have your back. Those 3 are definitely better than that group. Because those 3 are going to be the ones that's going to stand there and fight. You know what I'm saying? Instead of everybody scattering like roaches, when the shit hits the fan. That's what you need. So you got to strive for what you need and not what you want. Because what we want is for everybody to get along and for everybody that we ever meet to be there. That's what we want. But what you need are the right people. The right energy. That's what you need. All right. Do I for this episode says I was right on time, literally, because this was a conversation taking place right before showtime. Oh, was it? Well, yes, we are absolutely on frequency. Well, you thank Nasu Deshawn for that, because like I said, I had a whole different thought, whole different topic to talk about tonight, and I was scrolling through Facebook and saw his post, and it just, switched that for me. So I'm glad we all on frequency. See, my family is on frequency. That's how that go. So everybody that this message was supposed to be for showed up tonight. And that's what's up. That's all I can ask for. All right. I can keep going on and on and on. So I'm going to take this sip because I am parched. Woo, that tasted good. And we are going to hit you with the Lighthouse Atlanta Summit, Health Summit. Yes, that is coming September 9th. That is in 11 days. You need to hurry up and get your tickets because they're going to sell out. We have all types of extra perks that we done thrown in there. So for all of you good folks out there that's coming out through and y'all going to support. So if you are a lecture and a concert ticket holder, we got something special for you. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. You need to just go on and get your tickets. You need to go to that Eventbrite and get your tickets so you can be a part of that VIP special. Because I don't even know if I can get the prize because, I'm just the host of the situation and I'm a little jelly about that. So, yeah. I'm gonna need a lot of y'all to be them ticket holders so I can piggyback on y'all prizes. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much where I'm at with it. So you need to make sure that you are there. September 9th in Atlanta on Joseph E. Boone Boulevard. You need to be there. Jamar is going to be there. He's going to be having a great lecture on health. We're going to have a musical concert. He is going to be playing some of his songs from his old album and giving us a little sneak peek of the new. You're going to hear it first, right in Lighthouse Atlanta Health Summit, so you need to be there. Go to get your tickets on Eventbrite, and we have several different ways for you to have this experience, and I'm going to run them down for you. Okay, so for those people who can't come to Atlanta, we're going to start with y'all because we don't want to leave y'all out. If you can't make it to Atlanta, whether it be for a job reason or whatever, we're going to have our own little pay-per-view type situation popping off. We're going to have one for the lecture, and we're going to have one for the lecture and the concert. Technology is really awesome, and we have different eclectic ways to make sure that we get you all this information. So if you're just going to be there for the lecture, that ticket is $19. So $19 to hear Jamar Milton speak about health. Definitely awesome. I don't know if you've seen this man, well, he's not a woman, so he probably wouldn't feel no way about that. But, the brother's almost 40 years old, and he absolutely looks like he's younger than me. So whatever he doing, you need to let him tell you, you know what I'm saying, how that go. All right? Now, if you trying to dance and you trying to groove with us, you know what I'm saying, even though you not there and you want the lecture and the concert, that's going to be $36. But it's special. Got some extra stuff going on, some backstage, you know what I'm saying, footage, you know what I'm saying, that even the people that are there are not going to see. So we try to make sure, that you get the most epic experience ever. We trying to bring that familyship situation to Lighthouse, Atlanta Health Summit. So make sure that you are there. We're working on having some vegan food there. We're going to have all types of vendors that are going to be talking about the different specific, ways that we can be healthy in all aspects. Now, I don't know if y'all see this, but I can see that the feed, is slow. I don't know if y'all see that, but it looks kind of weird looking at myself doing this. But all right, we're going to keep on going anyway. So those are for the live feeds. $19 for the lecture, $36 for the lecture and the concert. If you can just make it for the lecture, you didn't have enough time to stick around and stay, but you definitely want the sport to come through, those tickets are $27. And like I said, if you want to be the VIP, you want to be popping and get that special, special prize, you're going to get that $45 ticket. Get them while they hot, selling out. It's 11 days. You do not want to miss this. If you miss the family reunion situation, you do not want to miss this. I told y'all, these situations are not what you want to be there, especially if you're a part of the Lighthouse. Now, I definitely want everybody to come through. If you're not Lighthouse affiliated, come on through and see what I'm talking about. Talk about the Lighthouse a lot, talk about Help the Light. Well, come on and see it for yourself. I always tell y'all, don't believe me, do your research. You know what I'm saying? So don't just listen to me talk. Come and see what we're doing. The proof is in the pudding. So make sure y'all come on through. And for whatever reason, the universe just meant that you just wasn't on frequency for this. You had to do something else. Your life path took you somewhere else and you needed something important to do. You can always donate to our cause, because what we want is to have these health summits everywhere. Like, the next stop I would love to be in Macon, Georgia, because this area absolutely positively needs, events like this. Different perspectives on how we can better ourselves, healthy wise. Emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually, all of that. So I want to bring this to places like this. Also, we want to go to places like Albany, Georgia, like our sister Nexus. You know what I'm saying? There are people out there who really want this information, who really want to be a part of this energy. So we're trying to make sure that we have these several times a year so we can serve the community as needed. So please donate to our PayPal, paypal.me/LighthouseAtlanta9. Every penny counts, every dollar helps. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. And, we're here, to serve the community. There's all types of different, fundraisers and charities and things of that nature. So this is what we want to do. We want to put boots on the ground. We're not just here talking. You know what I'm saying? We want to do what is needed in our communities, and that's what this is the starting and the spark of what we want to do in Lighthouse Atlanta. So September 9th, save the date, is 11 days away. You need to positively, absolutely be there. All right. Now, like I said, I have been dream tripping for the past 2 weeks. I have been traveling. I went out of the country and I went back home in a span of 2 weeks. If you want to know how I did that, if you are a hard worker and you deserve a trip, you deserve a vacation, and you deserve to have the best accommodations and, you know what I'm saying, just the best experience for all the hard work that you do, come holla at me. Okay? Let me help you make a living. Holla at your girl. I gotcha. Because like I always tell you, anything that I can do, you can do. All right? So make sure you hit me up. And last but not least, you know how we do. We got Inspiration Rehash tomorrow at noon. Yes, so when you grab your lunch, grab that sandwich, that wrap, you know, that salad, that smoothie, whatever it is, just make sure you save enough space in your stomach for this side of inspiration that I'm going to give you, because we're going to recap this tomorrow. And like I always say, whenever I go on a radio show, I always come up with something else. Something else inspires me to bring up another point, so you don't want to miss that, because you really don't know what I'm going to say tomorrow. So you want to make sure you catch all of this inspiration as much as you can get, because I'm giving it to you. You know, I have an overflowing cup of this inspiration, and it only took me 2 weeks to fill it up. So I'm going to spew it out, because, you know, if I want to bring some more, I got to empty out the cup so I can fill it up again. So I want to share everything that I possibly have in me, you know what I'm saying, to you all. So love y'all. I appreciate y'all's time and energy. You will hear me tomorrow at noon, and you will see me again on Friday for another awesome episode of Inspiration TTV. So keep your life in balance. Ankh in my eye. Love y'all, and be inspired. Peace.